What's up, everybody? This is Naked H Crusader, part of Naked eSports. We're about to begin the Vital Pro Scrims. That is right. Take a look at the room. We got some people in there. Get your teams in there if you haven't yet. We're about to begin in, I'm assuming, in 10 minutes. It is an 8 o'clock scrim, so I think it's going to start at exactly that time. Thank you guys for all coming in and tuning in to watch. I think this is going to be an amazing scrim. We have some really good teams out there. Let me show you guys the team lists that are, or the teams that are participating here tonight. So we got Vital. Both of their teams, you got No Team, which is an interesting team name. I wonder how they're going to participate. BBS Comp B, Ermagerd, Queens, Reaper Company, Invincible. Both of the Error teams, X and Y, FPG, Ruthless Killers, Unknown, Apex eSports, Dynamic Gaming, War, Vlone Red, and Visit Mortem. So I haven't seen that last one before, so I'm always excited when I see new teams kind of jumping in and joining in on these scrims. I don't know if they have experienced players or they're just people who kind of put a team together, but I'm always excited either way. As you know, new teams that jump in have done really well, especially in the Naked eSports arena. So I assume it's going to happen here in Vital Pro Scrims. Now, on these, I always pick who I want to win. I'm not going to pick the host. That is Vital. That is Vital eSports. I'm not going to pick them for this because I want to see other teams do very well. Obviously, Vital does well in these because they are just a really good team. And they have Team 1 and Team 2. So I think we'll see a little bit of both of them do really well. But my pick for this one is going to be Queens. That's right. I picked Queens. I think it might have been last time, actually. I definitely picked them for either the Naked Pro Scrims or this one before. And I did get my hope shot down. So I hope Queens will prove me wrong, prove me right this time. And we'll see how it all goes down. Let's see. Take a look at the room. Again, make sure if you're participating tonight, make sure you get into the room as soon as possible. It looks like we got a few teams in there already. We got 22, and we still have 6 minutes, so that seems to be on track. But make sure you get in, guys. You don't want to be late. You don't want to get kicked out and then having to come back in without enough time. So make sure you get in. Let's take a look at some of these teams out here. If you're one of the first teams to join in, that's what you get. You get a little shout out from me. You get Vital coming in on the top. All team members, or almost all team members, joining in. You got Mags there on the right with IMX. And you got on the left side a full squad with Kavo, Chronic, Vital, and Ulysses. I think that might be Kovu, actually. I'm just mispronouncing names, and you'll see me do that quite often. You guys all know what it is. We got Queens here on Team 7. Pretty Benji and Courtney, along with TFG. It seems like they're kind of a mixed team here, and I'm still rooting for them. And you got Studzy and you got Meeseeks from TFG. Let's see how Studzy's is here. Oh, are we starting already? Oh, this is a different thing. So this is the new. When you used to hit the profile, obviously it was different. This is completely new to me now. So it even shows if he's in a crew or not. It looks like his clan obviously is TFG. That's pretty cool. I like this. I like this new look that PUBG Mobile has come out with. Gang. I like it. I like it. I don't know. Can I see? I guess you can see stats. This is all new to me, man. I know they just came out with the update, and I didn't know they came out with such a different outlook of your profiles. You can even see what they look like on their character. What else we got? We got, it looks like Zen Gaming might be in here, probably with another team though, because Zen Gaming's not on the team list, but got Binary with him as well. Error here with Irish, Reptar, Cobra. Looks like Killer is just having fun jumping around, but I think his team is not going to be, maybe that's it. So Team 12 is also, I believe, is also Error as well. So if they are supposed to jump in, that's the spot. And they have not completely got into it yet. So you also have Team 16 here. The new logo there, I don't know the logo, and so it's hard for me to pronounce, you know, what's going on without the logo name, or the tag name, I should say. But I'll just call them out by name. Fire Sav. You also have War on the left on Team 17. Lick Mung being the leader with Zero, Bravo, and Reaper. If anyone knows War, which is We Are Renegades, they are a really good team. They usually rank, but we'll see here. It's anyone's game. We haven't even gotten into the first round yet. A lot of action to come. What else we got? We got VM on the bottom with Team 19. They got Shadow and Goofy. Two-man squatting it at the moment. Hopefully they'll have the rest of their team coming in soon. So we got 30 in there with 3 minutes left till game start. EXP, there they are. Alright, EXP's in the room. Looks like with you and JG. Seen them compete before. You have INV Izzy also coming in. Now this is just a weird profile from you on EXP, I'm not gonna lie. It's totally strange, but I'm a big fan. So if you guys know, at this point, I'm a big fan of the logos. I like seeing the different type of logos people come up with, getting unique styles. And then here's one from Reptar. See if I click that. Well, still, yeah, it still gives me the name. So that's cool. It's pretty cool. It has error on the bottom. It's a simple one, right? And I like how it's error still. And it has the Reptar name. I love it. I love their tag too. It's very noticeable when there is no tag and it has the 2 dots around it. I have no issues figuring out that's error. I've seen them so many times. If you guys know error, they have been in so many scrims, so many tournaments. They are just practicing all day, all night. They do this like they are the best because they are one of the best. So if you guys want to be just as good as some of these competitive teams, you got to practice. It's part of the game. Just like any other sport, just like basketball, baseball, eSports is the same thing. You got to practice. Practice your skills in order to get better. Let me see if I see anything else. I like this logo very much. Oliver Gaming. Very cool. I think that's his very own. Like, that's his own logo. That is pretty dope, having your own logo, not just a team logo. And I'm also, what I'm going to try to do before this actually starts, which is going to start in roughly a minute, is have this on Omelet so I know everyone's happy in the chat, and to also know everyone is happy on Twitch and YouTube as well. Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm all set up. I'm going to give you guys the team list, that way you guys have that in front of you. You guys can see the teams that are participating, and I'll be right back. By the way, I don't like this song, I'm changing it. I don't know how this song came on. I wish I can play country all day, all night, but there are copyrights. Can't do it. And if anyone lets me know of like non-copyright country music, love to hear it, because I've only heard songs like on without lyrics, just acoustic, and I want my lyrics. I like to hear it.
But I will not get down, for you can't force me now.
Just trying to get that volume right. There you go. Think a nice rhythm in the background, right? Alright, let me bring you back, guys, back to the room. We have 40 people in the room. I think we're about to start just any moment now, and it is just like I predicted. We are about to get into the action. 40 people in the room. I love it. Let's see what we can do and what we can see from these players. Who's going to take the chicken dinner? Let me know who you guys have winning. I said I have Queens coming out on top. There's so many good teams out there. You obviously have Team Error. You got Vital. You got both of their teams also. Their X's and Y's. You got War coming in there. Who else do we got? We got those are the teams I mostly know, and obviously Reaper Company, Invincible. But let me know who you guys have coming in to win. And Ruthless Killers, obviously. I mean, how can I forget? So now we're looking at the view from Vital Chronic. Chronic is the leader of Vital. He runs it with Ninja. They have done a really good job here, and give him some love, guys. Let me hear it. And if you guys like what you see from these scrims, the action, join in on them. Registration will open up for these scrimmages if they haven't already for next week. And the easiest way to do it is to get into their Discord and wait to see, because registration is first come first serve for them as well, and you want to be one of the first ones in. All right, it looks like the plane ride is going to be a little bit south here. I'm going to turn off the music too while I'm at it. Let's see. Yep, we're good. We are good. So we see a south plane ride on the east side. It's going to be tough to get to the west side for a lot of these teams, but we'll see how that works out for them. I just lost sound. I don't know if anyone else did, actually. That was very odd, and I want to make sure everything's running smooth. Interesting. So I don't hear sound. You guys don't hear sound. We're going to figure that out. Purge that toxic person. What are you talking about? But we'll get back into it. Yo, there we go. We hear it now, right? Yes, thank God. I thought I had lost the sound. I was like, geez, never had that happen before. But it looks like we have two teams right here, actually. And I'm going to stray away. So there's Team 1 and Team 9. They are both in Yasnai. Yasnai is huge. It's one of the biggest towns, if not the biggest town, in PUBG right now. And it's so big that two teams can occupy it without either of them knowing it. So for now, we're going to move on to make sure we don't miss any of the action around. And that being said, we see a military base drop. Two teams heading really close to each other, maybe both of them going C block in particular. I wouldn't be surprised if some of these teams just kind of like jump out of the C block right here, just like what Bruh did. He's running it with Oliver and Jammers, so it looks like they're going to go back up. They got the VSS. That's one of my favorite sniping weapons, but I don't think it's a good close range one for this particular moment in case they need to battle out. You have Team 11 occupying C block. You also have one of Team 18's members that are kind of close by, and it looks like he's maybe getting shot at. Spectated through his eyes. He has a shotgun, but that's not going to be enough. And looks like Oliver is down already. That was quick shooting from them. We might see a push, but again, they're going to want to loot up as well. They might not want to push at this moment. There is a lot of space in between. Looks like Jammer's throwing a smoke just to be in between Error and their own selves. Just really zoomed in here. Let's see what Error is doing at the moment. Yep, as I suspected, they're just looting up. They're trying to be ready for the battle that they know is coming because they did knock one of their players on the other end. So coming out of there, and Oliver just got picked up. Jammers is on the left. He doesn't really notice him though. That smoke is actually a really good indicator for the rest of them, because no one's in that smoke. So they're looking at the smoke while the rest of the other team is just kind of will be able to maybe flank around and get Error. That is a possible move, and that is a lot of what teams do nowadays in competitive scene, is they'll throw a smoke just to deceive the other team before they really engage, and then they can catch them by surprise that way. But 18's just backing up, I think, more and more, and Looks like they took some shots, and it looked like, for a second I thought Irish was getting hit, but it wasn't. It was just the sound coming on his right. That might be a new feature on the spectator mode too. Just looking at his feet, making sure he's running, I guess. So we're going to take one last look at this part, and then we'll probably cut back to other teams. So right now we have Oliver, Bruh, and Jammers. They're just looting back here, if not just getting away from Error. And Error is just looting these houses, which probably have already been looted by the rest of their team on Team 18. So Error seem to be on the chase, but they certainly aren't catching up anytime soon. So that's why we're gonna move on. So it does look like INV is really, really close, and this is invincible to Team 1 and Vital. It looks like he might have got some hits on their team, but Vital, Ulysses is down first. And it looks like they've seen Kovu on the other end. A hollow scope for Revi there with an AKM. Not bad scope for an AKM. It is a bit wild on the long, for long shots, but short range, it's a pretty good weapon, a real face melter. So now you have Kovu right here. He's looting up still, and he's trying to find enough weaponry to reciprocate. Didn't even see Izzy coming in right here. Izzy's so fast. I didn't even see that coming. Luckily, I had my camera on there. So now you have Revi back here. They might be going back toward Ulysses. I don't know, but the rest of the Vital is on the other end, on the other side of the street. And it looks like Revi's getting closer and closer. I'm not sure if he's going to get hit by himself, but they are kind of grouped together here. So it looks like Team 9 is definitely at the advantage. You do have Chronic here. Looks like he's hanging back at the moment. He isn't moving. It looks like he might be looting something over here. No, he is AFK. So that is a problem for Team 1. That probably was the biggest issue here for Team Vital. Having one of their team members AFK is not what you want. So Vital is just going to move around on the outside away from his teammate because it really can't do anything else about that. I don't see what Vital's trying to do here. Is he trying to get revenge? It'd be very valiant, but I don't know. It wouldn't be the safest play to do. He has an Uzi in hand, it looks like. Let's see what... I was so close to getting knocked right there. And he's going to have to... Or she's going to have to revive herself. And it looks like you might have some teams pushing in closer and closer. I wouldn't be surprised if they were a grenade. No, they don't. Yes, they do. Vital was so close to getting that knock with the Uzi. And it looks like it just wasn't quick enough. She had to heal, and Sharky was able to take her down, and it looks like Izzy just finished it off. Meanwhile, you still have Chronic on the other end. Oh, Chronic is moving now. So, man, that teamwork really could have come in handy. Unfortunately, Chronic had to go AFK for some reason. Had to probably restart the game, and looks like he comes back with none of his team members left. I'm going to look back at Team 18. It looks like they took some shots from Team 11. Looks like Team 11 has a vehicle too. I wonder if they're going to be pushing up on them. They're definitely... It looks like they're circling them. According to the map, you see Cobra there on the top left of your screen. You see him right there. He's up on top of the hill, so he has a long ways. If he has a nice scope, Cobra can get some hits. And look, so Cobra has to see him from that angle. Cobra must see him. He takes some shots down. Oh man, are they going to get away with this? They have a vehicle and they're driving off. Cobra is just way too far with the gun he has. It's an automatic, not a sniping gun. Maybe he was trying to explode the vehicle, but at this point in the game, it's not going to be enough. It's just too far. So let's take a look from Exquisite. Cool name, by the way. Has a VSS in hand. And they might be going for a chase here. Nope, they're going for the bridge. So they just want to get into the next circle. Let's see what the next circle actually looks like. Yeah, they are outside of it. Team 18 will still be in the circle actually at that point, and it would be a safe spot for them. But it looks like Team 11 definitely wants some action here rather than playing it safe on the bottom. So they're going up north, getting into the main circle, seeing if they can find somebody to take on. We're going to head back to Team 9 because they are really close to Chronic. But they are not that close actually, so I'm going to switch it up again. Then we have Team 4. Let's just take a look at some of these other teams. Got EXP with JG, U, and Oaken. I'm going to go with Oaken. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I know. We have 4 here. Looks like, ooh, he's thinking of getting that Car 98. He's definitely stopped here, so I'm just, oh, he didn't get it. It's interesting. So, yeah, you would think, you know, a Car 98 automatic weapon to pick up, especially if you're good with the bolt-action rifles. But for scrimmages, you kind of want to think more small, I guess is the word for it. Short-range weapons is best. Because a lot of teams, what they want to do is hide in houses until the very end, because the rank is very important in this game. Sorry, I'm just looking around the map. This rank is very important in this game, right? So you want to last long. And so what a lot of teams will do is kind of go to house, kind of survive, and won't go so much for the kills. So they'll be stuck in houses. Maybe they'll camp out. You know, it's just part of the game, part of what you have to do in order to survive. But that being said, the best weapon then in those cases is the weapons that will quickly kill somebody in a short distance. So that would probably be the Uzi or the Vector, maybe some SMGs, shotguns even, the double barrel or the SK12, I think his name is, S12K, something like that. I like that one a lot. It doesn't have to reload every time you shoot that one. The DP, obviously, what Purge is holding right now, switching it from a SCAR to a DP, is very good too. As I've mentioned before, you guys might have heard me say this before, my favorite weapons are the DP with a VSS. Really goes well hand in hand. The VSS can really kill somebody pretty quickly. You don't need one shot, you know. You need all those shots, maybe 10 to knock somebody down. And as long as you have an extended mag, that helps. We're going to take a closer look at Team 10. They're in the blue zone. It looks like Zen Gaming is following what I would like and having a VSS in hand. This team is Error. One of Error, I should say. There are two Error teams in here. And they got the school apartments, and they should loot up pretty well. Team 7, TFG, with Queens. This is the team I have winning it all throughout the entire scrimmage. I hope they don't prove me wrong here. And we'll see how they do. They got the Watertown. Watertown's great. I think a lot of teams don't go there just because it's weird. It has like a bad stigma because people don't think it has a lot of stuff you can get, a lot of loot, because it's like a no-name town. But it's huge. It has a lot of area to cover. Yes, it takes a little bit longer because you got all this water to get through. But if you're patient enough, you can get all your stuff you need, and without too much risk. So this is kind of an interesting situation. You got Team 10 with Cobra. This is Air jumping in. Oh boy. As the map renders in, there you go. It looks like Error was looked at Error because that's Team X and Y. And as Cobra kind of just drove through the middle of them, only takes one hit. And now you have Cobra trying to look over to find them. And I don't think he sees them. That's where they are on the right, but he doesn't know that. Yeah, he's paying attention more to the left building. He's not going to see anybody on that side. So I think he's better off trying to just hang back. Or maybe if he hears his friends say he's on the right building, that would help out. It's like an overpass, and you got to be this tall in order for the car to get in there. Doesn't look like he will be able to. Let's see, we got Irish here. Looks like he, there we go. Yep, there we go. Here, he's getting the roof. He's trying to look at. Let's see what he's looking at and see if he's got an eye on them. So again, he's looking at the left building as well, but they are more on the right. Reptar is actually on the other one on the roof, so he could get an angle on that if it's too far. They wouldn't, but it looks like he has a 6x scope. Red dot on this weapon on the Scar, but the 6x scope is definitely good to have, especially if you don't have a sniper rifle. You can put that on anything else that can hold a scope in general, other than a handgun, obviously. So they might be going for some action. They're going down south. Cobra's heading in that direction. You have the rest of Air there already, and they're ready. They took some shots already. Good job getting into that side, because I thought they were going to come in the wrong end there. So it looks like INV is here as well. They do get a hit on LS. So he's going to go for the revive here on the corner. So INV is in this place. They got one knocked. He just zoomed in there. A grenade put on the corner and does hit Snowy down. Nice grenade thrown by Binary. Let's go back outside. Try to get a more wholesome look. Grenades being thrown. Great job. Does get a knock on Carl. So a lot of people getting knocked, but no one's being finished quite yet. And that's kind of the reason for that is because they're in all different houses. Here you have INV. You have Air actually with NF and LS here on this house, and they're all together. And then you have also Air on this house as well. So everyone's kind of separated. No one's kind of pushing to another house. He got up there. I'm like, how did you get up there? Yeah. So let's take a look from Izzy's point of view here. Izzy's got a Scar with a 3x scope. Not a bad weapon to have here in this situation. Does get a few hits on Cobra. Cobra's trying to return fire, but doesn't. Down goes Izzy. But again, even though you're knocked, you're going to be fine because you're just getting picked up. Unless someone pushes into another person's house or another team's house, you're going to be fine as long as you have the meds. So now he's looking in. And it looks like you're still returning fire, Cobra. You got a knock earlier on. Gets another knock, but they kind of traded because Sharky was on the bottom floor and he didn't realize Sharky was there. So now Cobra needs to get revived. And it looks like he's going to be a grenade maybe thrown in this. Nope. Grenade thrown now and does get both of them. One knocked, one kill. Another grenade right there, and that finishes him off perfectly timed. Irish is by himself now. Let's see, yeah, Irish is by himself. We're going to look at somebody else here as we pay attention here. Let's take a look at Izzy there. Izzy's on the bottom floor, looking up at Revy, who's down. It looks like Snowy and Izzy are going to make a push here. Let's see if we can see from Snowy's angle. So you still have one more member here. It looks like Irish is right there in the corner on the left, on the other end of the wall, so not on this side. So someone threw a grenade or a smoke. Looks like he's just... Oh man, through the smoke. Great job getting Snowy down. You really need to utilize that smoke in order to get that done. Because being one person is not good. What just happened? What just happened? Irish, where's your head at? It looks like War has jumped in. Look at this. IMV Revy is now on the bottom. War is just right there. He's being very safe. He throws a grenade. He's throwing a smoke for himself, but it went too far, I think. I think he meant to throw it for himself. No, he's trying to cross. I don't think that's a great idea. I mean, I get it. You want you to get back to your teammates. Oh, good timing. Good timing. War just stopped looking from that angle. Now Lickmung is now here. And it looks like they got shots on Binary. Reptar has to go for the heal or for the save. And look at his health. They do get 0. This has been the most action I've ever seen here at the apartments before in my life. Whoa, what was that? Where is his head? Izzy's head is gone. I don't know. That might be just a... It's probably just a render on my... Oh, there it is. See, he's got a helmet on now. Well, the head's still gone. I think it's just a render issue on my end. But, we'll see. Anyway, we got War here on the top. Trying to shoot down on him. We got War Bravo. Trying to get Error and finishing them off. But they just keep getting revived back up. A good grenade. Not enough. It looks like War might be going for a push yet. Zero's on the bottom floor. Nice hits, a few hits. Does get a knock on Revy. And finishes him off. Will they keep going up to the top? Because Izzy's right here. Jumps in without knowledge. And down you go. Great job from War, pushing at the right time. You want to get a knock first and then move, because their time is being wasted on the revive rather than responding to any enemy attacks. So great job there. Team 10 still here though. You got Error and Binary, who are the only ones left, but they're still here. They've been holding this apartment for a while now and been getting knocked but getting picked up quite often. That's what I'm saying. There's so much action. Yes. So many knocks, but at the end of the day, you gotta finish off the other team and prevent them from getting back up. And that's exactly what War did. We're gonna take a long view here from Bruh and Oliver and Jammers. And it looks like Team 7 is actually gonna come in from behind. I don't know if they realize they gotta turn around. You got the VSS out. He switched guns quickly. It looks like they're not gonna go for the stop. They're still running in that car. And that car is going to keep getting on their way. Maybe get a hit a few times, maybe once or twice. Ooh, they get out. They got out. TFG and Queens got out of their vehicle on the left. They don't realize they're on the left either, I don't believe. And they might get sniped here on this roof. Ooh. So he needs to... You gotta spray that gun, bruh. And does get knocked as he jumped off. I think he'll be fine, though. As long as he gets revived pretty quickly. That other team's not quite making a push. They might make a push in the car later, but I think they're just going to use that hill for safety and shoot whenever they feel. So we're going to zoom into the map so we don't miss much. Alright. So those are the teams you got. Bruh needs to get picked up. I don't know what their other teammates are doing. Maybe they have a better view now against the other team. There you go. They got the revive coming in. And again, what did I say? Queens and TFG are hanging back. They're going to use this hill the best to their ability. It's a pretty good spot, especially in hindsight when we know where everyone else is. This is a great spot for them to be in. Nobody is around. You have Team 4 way back there, but not really ever paying attention. It looks like Team 4 is definitely playing it safe. And TFG gets one hit, got to 50% health, and he does a 360 to med up. Let's spectate Team 10 again. They're back at the apartments. They might. So it looks like they changed apartments to 3-story. And they saw some shots there. Binary didn't get hit. Ooh, right there. Good headshot on Reaper. A level 3 helmet was the only saving grace onto Reaper there. And oh man, this is not good for Binary. They got to revive him. They got to revive Zero. And he's in major trouble. There they are. As I said, once you get that knock, a good time to push. That's exactly what Zero did. Great move getting up there. So now Team 17 has that all to themselves. Thank you for following, guys. Really appreciate it. We got Team 4, EXP. They're the ones who were hanging back, and now they're making their way to the new circle. I think they're going to be the only team. No, they're not the only team in the circle, but they are one of the first teams. I don't know who they're shooting at, actually. Are they shooting at Team 7? And maybe they're just fooling around, I think, because they're probably shooting at each other. They have 2 vehicles. I think they're feeling confident. Let's take a look at this team we haven't seen yet. This is RH, Corvus, and yes, Team 16 is on that side. Oh, so he has teammates. He has 2, IMX and Mags from Vital. So this must be the other Vital team. Looks like his vest can use some work. It's looks like probably at 90% damaged, a level 2 vest. He has an M4 in hand. I couldn't tell what the scope was. I gotta see when he stops moving on though. But he is moving around, snaking in the watchtower. Team 17, this could be interesting. He's driving around Team 7 and the rest of them on the south. And that zone is coming in hot, so good job for War getting everyone in the car and getting out of there. Looks like Team 7 is the one that's holding back. Yep, they're holding back because they got a vehicle and they can get out of there anytime they want. Hello guys, thank you for joining in on Omelette. Thank you guys for joining in on Twitch. Really appreciate it. What the hell was that? Did anyone see that on the top left? I would hope you guys just clipped that part because that was really strange. I saw a head on the top left. I don't know why. So we got a Team 17 there. Looks like they're out of the car, so they might actually see that team and they are taking shots at them. If they spin out, he still sees them. He's a little bit behind on the shots, and that's why Queens is going to get out of there. So bravo for more. They know they're over there, and they need to get into the next circle too, and they're not in a great spot for that. You know, that's open field, and with open field, easy hitting. So that's why War's taking a car instead rather than running it. It's probably for the best, but they are taking response hits from Queens that they were just shooting at in the car earlier. And this circle has gone really tiny now. Looks like they're going to try to use this edge here, and they do see Courtney on there. It's so hard shooting from the car from this distance, but they have to return fire. Oh, Pretty Benji getting some nice hits on Bravo. He needs to get back on, and he does that. Okay, they stopped the car. They're going to use probably the edge of their rocks, yeah. But they don't know the other. There's a whole team here on the other end. And Team 17 is going to be in major trouble when Team 2 and the rest of them want to come into the next circle. You have Team 4. We're gonna look at the map here so we can have a better view. Here you go, EXP at the gas station. So there could be a mini battle here with War. But again, both these teams are on the east, or the west side, and they have two teams on here. Team 16 is now coming in. He's going to go over the bridge with a vehicle. No, they aren't. Never mind. I thought they were, and that would have been major trouble for that team trying to rush in. But they are not doing... Oh, no. They are doing... So they stop at the rock. They're outside the circle. That is not going to be a good spot for them. Yes, you'll have an angle on Team 17, but at the same time, you got to get in the circle yourself, guys. So you got Newbie and you have Fire Sav. I don't know what you're thinking, man. You got the car. You got to get into the next circle. You can go around. But they are not deciding to do that. Instead, they stopped here. They probably have eyes on them. They do. But at the same time, it's going to be dangerous if they shoot. If they don't finish off the team in their shots, they are in trouble and they would be responded. So Reaper gets hits. And yes, this is the time to do it because look at this blue zone. It is coming in. Oh, man. Newbie is down. This zone's going to hurt a lot. I don't think that pickup's going to happen. And there you go. That's what I was worried about. You take some shots, but you can't get in because of the blue zone. And War's in a great spot, actually. Now, they were in trouble because the team was behind them. But at this moment, they have this whole hill for protection. And they can revive everybody without an issue. And look at the next circle. Jesus. Doesn't get much better than that. Now, Team 4 needs to get in too. And that's why he drove it into the tree. But he's still not in. So Team 4 needs to figure out a way to get in as well. And War is going to be a hard battle for them. So you have Team 7 facing off against Team 2 here on the right. And it looks like Queens is the only one left here. Oh no, Queens is able to finish it. So Vital was the enemies back here, and Queens was able to keep it going, and they will survive. Now from War's angle, I think they still have the best spot. Yes, they have to battle out with 4, and Queens can come in pretty nicely on the other end. But this whole hill is wonderful for them. They don't have to worry about behind them. They can easily get back down to heal up anytime they want. If they find queens on the left, that will be huge for them, because then they can figure out what to do next. But I don't think they've spotted them yet. Oh, knocked goes Bravo. And it looks like they got 2 of EXP's members and finished them off completely. No, not yet. EXPU is still hanging on by a thread here with half health, and he's going to get revived or healed up. Yeah, meanwhile, you do have queens on the right. I don't know what his move's going to be here. I hope he threw a smoke, because that's what he needs right now. He threw a grenade, which would have worked if it was far enough, but it was not. Meanwhile, now queens. Oh, Studzy gets knocked. It looks like from Team War here. As you see from the shots, he's trying to quickly snipe. He's not automatic firing, but he's sniping with as quickly as he can hit that button without too much recoil, because that is hard to hit somebody like that. So it looks like Bravo wants to make a push, wants to finish them off. At the same time, they do need to get in the circle, so that's probably another reason why they're doing this. They're getting a little bit closer. Does get a few hits on Pretty Benji, and Benji is down. Now 1 left on queens, and they did finish off EXP on the right. So really, it's a 2-team battle now. 1v4 pretty much. I don't think Benji's going to get picked up in time. And it looks like Bravo is making a beautiful circle around. Taking some shots, finishing off Benji. Courtney's left, and right in front does knock Bravo, but that won't be enough as Reaper picks up the slack and finish him off. War coming off with all 4 of the members still intact, and they probably have the most kills, as I can tell already. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11 kills for WAR as We Are Renegades. TFG with queens, I'm so happy they came in second at least, because I have them winning it all. They have 5 kills. EXP with 1. Vital with RH and Purge coming in with, well, Chronic's there, but I'm not going to hit that yet, Chronic, thank you, though. I will join in on the next room soon. That was 4 kills from Vital. You have Fire Sav and Newbie coming in with 0. They were the ones that got kind of stuck behind that bridge. And then you have Oliver, Jammers, and Bruh for 1. They only have 1 kill, but they were in the mix a lot of times. So I'm kind of surprised with that 1 kill, though. You have Team Error with 0. You got INV with, wow, that is a lot of kills. They came in 8th place. 8th place, and they got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 total kills. That's pretty impressive by itself. You got Error again with 2 kills. VM with 1, and Vital with 0, finishing it up. So we're going to continue on. And we'll see what happens here. You got we got match number 2 coming up. And it looks like Vital has the room open because he's been trying to invite me, or Chronic has been trying to invite me. So make sure you guys jump into the next room. And the quicker you do that, the quicker we can start. So I appreciate that you guys do that quick and fast. Let me see if I can find him so I can message him to get me access. I love that. I have so many people online. Look at this. I think a lot of people are playing the zombie mode. Sorry. At this point, it's such fun. If you guys haven't played it yet, I advise you guys try it. Ooh, no. I want to. Yes, that one. Perfect. I am in, or almost in, the room. There we go. All right. We got 9 people in. It's probably going to start in maybe 10 minutes. But I'm not the room master here. That is Vital. Sorry, I'm losing my voice right there. Anyway, Vital is in the room with some other players coming in too. Make sure you guys join in as soon as you realize the room's open, because we don't want to be waiting here, right? We want to get in the action. We want to see what's going to happen next. that is why it's best to just jump in as soon as possible. I'm going to play some music while I'm at it, and we'll see how it'll go. I'm also going to show the team list again, and maybe give a little synopsis of what happened in the last match with those team, using the team list. So here it is. So now you had the last two teams. You had Queens, and you had who'd you have? War, WAR. So War had a great end, a great finish, because they had that little cliff, I should say, at the end where they didn't really have to. They can use that whole cliff as cover, and then kind of peek whenever they want to, and to shoot enemies that have no way of covering themselves. You did see, I think it was EXP, that didn't have the cover, so they kept throwing smoke. They used their car, they used trees, but a lot of open spaces as they were trying to get into the next circle, and that was their downfall. Queens was finishing off teams left and right, but could not finish it just because similar mistakes, well, not mistakes, but situation is that they didn't have the cover that War had. Not to say War couldn't do it with the same cover or whatever, a different cover type, but it goes to show how strategy is a really big part of this game. You got to know where to go in certain circles in order to survive to the end. Yes, you don't know where the circle is going to end up, but you got to use, you got to use your right mindset to figure out, all right, this is the best place right now. This is what, if the circle ends here, this is where we want to be. Let's use that to our advantage, and that's what War did. We got Snowy, you got Millen for Mellow. Hi, hello, how are you guys? Thank you guys for joining in. Really appreciate it. If you guys see the action, make sure you clip it. I didn't mention that from the beginning, but I do mention that now. So if you guys see it, cool. Join in. PK Gaming, thank you for following. Otter for Life, thank you as well. Bossy Tan Boy, thank you for joining in and following. Trey and Official Bishop, guys, I love that you guys are all following me. Definitely makes this stream a lot more fun when I have more viewers, and I love entertaining you guys. If you guys have any ideas of how I can do this better, or if you guys just want to give love to Team Vital, would love to hear it on the chat. Let's support each other. I know when I get followed, I'll follow back. So I hope everybody can follow each other. That's just the way we should do it. We should support each other, and that's the best way to move it up on this, right? Everyone wants to do well in esports, I assume, or just wants to have fun with it, and it's always better when more people are following you and having fun. Let's see, Virusing, is that Virusing? I think so. Play a little baby drip too hard. I mean, I don't want, and sorry, I turned off the music because it's like, yes, I want to change it. I want country music. But there literally is no country music that is non-copyright with lyrics. If you find any, let me know, because I would love to use that. I don't know why there isn't. It's like, it seems to be so obvious that there should be something like that. There's like non-copyright music for everything else, but not for country like that. Yeah, I can do like without lyrics. That's easy to find, just a melody, but I like having the beat and the vocals. Let's see who else. Otter for Life, Squiz. What's Squiz? I don't know. I might just be out of touch here. Yeah, that was my doing little. VM Squiz. I see. That's PK Gaming 91. I'm like reading it from the bottom, so like that's not really good. Gotta read from the top. Daddy Chronic. That's his new nickname from now on, Daddy Chronic. Chronic, my hero. Yes. He's doing a really good job putting together these scrimmages. He's always asking me for advice, so I really appreciate that. He's someone who really wants to do better, and so if you guys can make his life easier, or just give him some love on the thread, he would really like that, and I know he'd appreciate it from you guys. So I think I love what I see here in my chat. I don't play comp. Oh, come on now. Just casual player? Alright, that's cool. That's cool. I can appreciate that. Guys, if anyone wants to be wants to get their team more known out there, this is how you do it. You join in on these scrims, you kind of make a name for yourself, and then you kind of build up from there and join tournaments. But this is kind of where you want to practice. If you're a more known team, you'll practice here. If you're a new team, this is where you get your start. It's in these scrimmages. If you guys want to participate, you know how to do it. You join in on their Discord. Vital has their own Discord link. If you have any questions, I'm sure someone will put the Discord link onto the chat. I appreciate if anyone does that, actually. If anyone has their Discord link, Vitals, post it on the chat. That way some new people who haven't heard of Vital even, maybe, can join in and participate themselves. Who else thinks the caster's cute? I love it. Thank you so much. I don't know what to say about that. I'm blushing over here. I get carried away and smacked in PUBG. Oh man, it's all right. It always happens. I mean, you have to practice. That's the idea. If you know, if you don't feel like you're up to like a level, especially in scrims, if you don't feel like you're up to the level of scrim competition, don't let that stop you. You got to start somewhere, and this is the place to practice, as I've been saying. So I would say join in anyway. Let's see. In-game, NA, just got some random thing. Heaps of people have it now, lol. Yeah, there are a lot of scrims you can join in. We have a whole list on our Discord that you can join in pretty much from every day of the week. And those are the ones we like to see. Like those are the ones we like. So you can even head to Naked Esports. But I would say go to Vitals. And once you go to the Vitals, you can go to ours because our Discord link is in there as well. Queens, TFG, I know. Fit Girl Steph, I agree with you. I'm having Queens win it. So let's see what we have here in the room. We got 39 now in the room. Make sure you guys jump in quick so that way we can start right away. Come on now. You got 39. Not too bad, not too bad. We got War trying to solidify their spot on the number 1 on the top rank. They got the most kills and they got the number 1 spot. It's going to be hard to overcome, but I think Queens will do it, and I hope some other teams will step up to the challenge. War Zero, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? I see your team. I see them. Not missing any of that. They are doing really well here. Oh, advertisements. Not willing to pay for not having them. Let's see what we got. We're going to take a look at some of these teams. If we have anyone that we didn't cover yet, we'll cover them now. You have INF, Exquisite. We saw them in the match, right? I like the look. And it looks like he's part of OPGG and Child's Play as well. So it looks like NF Exquisite is doing well. Let's see his statistics. 8. Wow. 8 kills per deaths. This is in TPP, but you did play 124 rounds. So you are really good, my friend. Very nice. You see FPP still really good kill death ratio with 249 rounds already this season. This is the season, right? Or is this in total? Yeah, current season. That is a lot. And having 4 kills per death is kind of impressive with that amount, because you gotta assume that his rank must be pretty high at this point then. His win ratio is 18.9. Top 10 is only 37, so he hot drops. This is a hot drop player, because if you have a 4 kill death ratio and you're in top 10 only 37%, that means you're going for kills all the time. Great practice, and not afraid to take it to teams here. So how is everything going? I hope everyone's having a great night in general, having fun watching, or just having fun in general, just enjoying a nice, beautiful Tuesday. We got, it's going to be starting very, very soon. I assume it will be started by Ninja or Chronic. I don't know who's actually room lead here. I think once we hit 40, I believe we're going to begin. That's my guess. I have nothing to do with the start time, but that's my guess. There's EXP for you. That was a team that was at the gas station that kind of got stuck in the middle of the field. They were using the cars for protection, but again, they were not as good in the position than War. And that would have really helped if, because EXP was actually in that area first. War drove in and stopped at that corner while EXP was already at the gas station. So if EXP actually was at that corner first, they probably would be in the position of #1. But it did not turn out that way. The circle kept closing in on War, and that was really the best situation for them. Just looking through the room here, you have INV Snowy, Revy, Lizzie, and Izzy. And that team was lasting a very long time. I forgot what happened to their team. If anyone can remind me, let me know. War Zero, hi, trying to clip some stuff? Yes, please do that. So it looks like the room, I'm assuming the room's gonna start in like 1 minute, because 8:50 is a good round number. And we have 40 people in here. There we go. I was right. 8:50 exactly on the dot. Turned off the music, and let's see how this is going to turn out. I'm excited. I want to see Queens continue to thrive, but War really put on a show. They set the standard, and I wonder if they're going to keep going with it, or are they going to be cut down short? Because it isn't a match of 1 to win the scrimmage. It's 3 matches total, and it looks like it's all going to be at Erangel. So you really have to be a pro here and know where you're going. We don't know the plane ride yet. There's your map in total. And there's your team's players participating on your left there. Who do you guys have winning this particular match? Obviously, I have Queens winning because I need them to win the match. I think a team will have to win a match in order to win the whole thing. Because as long as War doesn't completely mess it up, right? As long as they don't get killed early, if they get in like 3rd place or even like 5th, 6th place, they'll still be fine. And they can make it up in the last round. So I think any team that wins it all is going to have to win a round, at least. So this plane ride is heading west to east, pretty south. But it is heading a little bit north, but not enough to get up there. You'll probably see a lot of teams heading either to Pachinki, School, Rozhawk, Yasnaya, Milta, and then even head more south to Novo or Military Base. No one had jumped it early, so no one went to Primorsk. That's a trick I like to use. Little heads up, just a little pro tip. If no one jumps right from the beginning of that plane ride, then I jump. With the map like this, you see the map kind of start with the plane ride starting exactly at Primorsk. Yeah, that's how I do it. I would jump a little bit later to see if anyone jumped right at the beginning of it, and if not, then I'd jump. But that doesn't mean it's going to be safe. It just means it's less likely to be. It looks like Team 17, look at that. They jump. They're going all the way back. They must have noticed that no one jumped as well. In this sound, yeah, I know it's not there, but it will be there right when he opens the parachute. I don't know why it's been doing that, but it has been. So you have 2 teams here at Pachinki as it tries to render in. Killer is prone. I don't know why. That's an odd thing, but it is a thing, I guess. Let's go to his team members. You have Calix from Zen Gamers with Irish and Killer from Error. It looks like this is Error's team, and it looks like they got the AKM running here. One down already on EXP. They were third place, and right now they're not starting off strong with one team member down. Unless that was Error. No, that was Irish down. So the Error is the one that got knocked. That was my mistake there. And EXP is the one that is doing what they've been doing throughout this entire scrim. Oh, he needs to come back down. His health is down. Can he get it in time? He does. He does. Look at that. That's so close. It almost looked like the Zen Gamer here from Calix was not in time, but does. Irish in the nick of it. So grenades being thrown. It looks like it did hurt one of their players, but not enough to finish. And they're getting shot at from across the way. What? Wait, that wasn't the same. What? That was a delayed reaction here from Error. Because I thought they were all on the same team. Oh, nice molly. That is hurting, and that will knock him too. Did not have a place to go. You got to get out of that fire. You're not going to last long. What is going on here? One knocked, but that was it. They just exchanged knocks. Now you do have Killer on the bottom. Killer can make his way up. It looks like he's just trying to hope he hits something, but he's not. And look at his head. Where's the head? It's so weird. Maybe if we like zoom in on Killer and then come back out with the head. Yeah, like the head came back. Yep. So it's just the rendering from my angle. Well, that did it. That was a team that was too close to each other, and then that's what happens. Pachinki was the hotspot. Not surprised, because it was in the plane rides path, and people love Pachinki. You got INV Izzy with the rest of her teammates. It looks like they're actually getting a little bit closer to Team 1, but right at the moment, they probably don't even know they're there. They're just looting it up. They got the Vector. Now, I've heard the Vector is a really good weapon in general. I have not really used it much. Maybe I should practice with it. Going into the training room is very important to do, guys. If you got to work on some things, you can either use your room cards and work on it with friends, or go to the training room and just practice. Practice. Can't say that enough in order to get better. So now you got Izzy. She only has 13 rounds in this Vector, so it doesn't have an extended mag. It's tough to use it when you only have 13 shots per round, or per mag. Sorry, a round is actually a bullet, so a mag, 13 rounds per mag. So Chronic here with Vital, that's Team 1, is just looting as well, and I don't think they know that Team 9's around. Maybe they might have seen a parachutes, but other than that, they really have no clue where the other team is, if they do. And they're just looting as well. They got Yaz. As I keep saying over and over, Yaz is so big, more than one team can be there without the other team knowing it. And that's why people like to drop there. You can loot, and you don't have to immediately worry about another team focused up on you. Let's just take a look at NF from Exquisite with another Error team with Reptar, Ghostly, and Binary. It looks like they're done with Rozhok. They've probably looted up as much as they could, and they're going to take a car and get out of here. I wonder where their next spot is. Probably the school. Maybe that's the direction they're headed. The next circle, let's take a look, is completely on them. So they're completely... I don't think they really have a worry, other than they're thinking they're crashing these complexes. They might think somebody's here. Nobody's here. They're safe. They'll take this up, and they'll be fine. For now, at least. So that being said, we're going to take a look back at one, because that is where teams are closer. And you do have Team 1, one of their members, which is Vital, not too far off. They're just crossing the road now, and they might have seen Vital, but if they haven't seen him now, they're not going to see him anytime soon because they're behind these buildings. And they're, again, that is just far enough away where they won't even recognize where the other team is. We're just going to look around at different teams. We got Team 17 taking a car up. This is your winners of the first match. This is War. We are Renegades. They're just going to loot up some more. They're going to take these buildings. These buildings, the ones that look like this, where Bravo is right now, they always have, well, I shouldn't say always, but they are more likely to have good loot. I don't know if that's a real statistic. It's not an official word from me, but I always find that if these types of houses have really good loot, and I haven't been proven wrong yet when I play, but you never know. Maybe it's just a mentality I have. All right, we're gonna take a look at other teams around the map. We got North George. This is Vital Team 2 with Mags, IMX, Corvus, and Purge. And they got the DP in hand. That's a nice weapon. I can't say more good things about it than I already have in previous matches, so I won't continue on with that. Let's take a look at some other teams that are around on the team here. Too bad you can't click on that. That would have been, oh, you can't. So we're looking at it from Purge's angle. So Purge has a nice roof angle. Nobody's in North George, so an M16. I'm assuming Purge is going to want to find a better weapon. The M7 actually is a nice weapon. I think it has less recoil than the AKM, and it does also use 7 ammo bullets. So I think it's a nice heavy-duty gun that you don't have to worry too much about the recoil. But again, I would pick the DP over it any day of the week, no matter what. So now you have Team 17. War, they see peaks. They're taking shots. They get one on Queens. It looks like they're going for the thirst, maybe. Using that M16 burst. Oh, one hit on Bravo. Bravo's almost down, and it looks like he's going to go for some quick healing. Queens is not looking good. 3 of them are down. Looks like one's on revival duty. That gives time for War to push closer and closer. It's not looking good for them whatsoever here. They're completely surrounded. And it looks like one member is left from TFG. Me Seeks. Oh, it looks like he might, yeah, he gets a heal off. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is getting close. In he goes. Does get a knock on Bravo. He wants to finish it off because he wants some kills. But that will do it. Oh, Zero was so close. But again, I think Lickmung would have just completely demolished on the back end because Lickmung had complete health. So Zero, they do lose a member here. So that does hurt War's chances of getting #1 spot. But that kind of actually helps them in the long run because they took out the 2nd place team in the last match, which was Queens. And they really want to do that in order to solidify their spot a little bit nicer that way. So I'm sure they're ecstatic even though they lost a member there. VM. You have Goofy, Pandic, Squiz, and Elmo. So Squiz was the one on chat on Twitch. So make sure, guys, if you guys see something amazing from this team, clip it. They'll be happy, especially on Twitch, because that's where he saw it from. So we got, they're taking the bridge over. This is a good idea. Goofy's kind of going both ways, staying behind items as they go by because you don't want to get sniped off the bridge. But they'll be fine because why? There's nobody bridge camping it. That was just all precaution on their end. So Goofy's now through the bridge, and they're making their way a little bit closer to the next circle. Oh, they're in the next circle actually. This circle is huge still, and there's 22 people alive, 6 teams left. I think they're gonna go straight for the middle. They're going for Pachinki. No one's at Pachinki anymore. But again, we did see a kill there, right? That was that's where the first team lost there. So I think when they take Pachinki, it'll already be looted. I hope they have the loot they need, though. The circle is going to change, and it does change pretty well for Team 19 if they're going to still take Pachinki. They are not. They're going to take a high hill. Not a bad spot. At the same time, you're not going to be able to loot, obviously, from that angle. So then you got Team 11 here. Now, Air was here before. This is Ghosty, Reptar, Exquisite, and Binary. They were here in the last match. They weren't able to hold on to the entirety of it. They were taken down. I think it was War. I think War is the one that did it. It looks like somebody was driving here, and there's some loot on the ground. Pretty hefty too. I see a compensator. I see a lot of 7 ammo, and an AKM. So I'm interested to see how Team 2 handles this, because if they head south, then they're gonna bump into another team. If they're gonna stay on the north end, then they will be fine. I'll zoom in on the map to give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. If they take the bridge down south, then they're gonna hit Team 17 at the crates. But if they go north, they'll be fine, and they can head into Roshawk if they feel and be completely fine there too. So it'd be interesting to see. It looks like they're going for the bridge. Nope. They're playing this safe. Not a bad idea. You can take this place, but at the same time, I think they may want to move on to get a more solidified spot into the next circle. It is very likely that it won't end where Team 2 is. We're going to zoom back out so we make sure we see everything. Let's take a look at Team 9. They're in their car. They're just getting out of Yasnaya. They have 6 team kills already. So that will definitely help their chances of moving on and getting a top 3 spot. I wonder how they're going to do here. They're going to go north end. I didn't really expect that, because the circle is not going to be really closing there on the north. And yeah, never mind. Yeah, they kind of they changed their own minds there. They go like, never mind. We're not going to take the north. We're going to go south, get a better position in the circle. I mean, it's not. There's no real wrong answer with that, right? You can take the north end of the circle, but you just got to realize that it's very unlikely for it to end there, just based on what this circle looks like now. And so it looks like they're going for Roshawk too, or not, changing directions. Now the team is at the apartments, or not. I'm actually incorrect on that. No teams at the apartments. They're going to continue on. They have 3 members on their team. It looks like Revy was the one that died. You got Lizzie, Snowy, and Izzy still surviving. They have been driving a pretty long time. I wonder if they're going to Pachinki just to get like literally as middle as possible. Well, actually, the most middle is where Team 11 is, and they've taken the houses, that complex. Flipping the car is not going to be a good idea. Let's take a look at Team 11. They may actually crash here. Team 11 has this little area. It's kind of nice. All different types of houses. A lot to do there. You can get on the roof, as you can see, from Binary and Reptar. And it does look like Team 5 is making a closer push toward their team here. They hear the car. They're driving by. They may not shoot, though, because... Oh, never mind. They're shooting anyway. But it was obviously warning shots. It would be impossible to knock anyone like that unless you Lady Luck helps, honestly. I don't care how much skill you have. If you're able to knock in that kind of manner, then I'd be very impressed. So Team 9 continued on. Team 19 with VM. They might have actually heard all those shots. It was a little far away for them. They have the warehouse that's right outside Pachinki. It's not a bad spot, but it is by itself, so you don't want to be stuck in one house. Although that's just my opinion, I should say, because what kind of happens when you're all in one house is that you can just throw grenades in there and just hope for the best. It's kind of like spray and pray, but you know, with grenades throwing in the house. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, they may want to change positions, but at the same time, it may work for them. Let's see, Team 17. This is War. These are your team leads right now, and they're driving right to Team 2. I don't know if this is a good idea. They're crashing it. They gotta get out of the car. They gotta keep moving. Scoped in. Nice job getting Purge on the back end. You do have RH coming around with a shotgun, and they finish off War. So War will finish off at 6th place, and that is not going to help their chances of solidifying their spot on the #1 seed. Great job from RH Purge and Vital IMX for holding them back. You really need to do that in order to make sure that you can win it. Because if War keeps winning these battles, then they're going to take it all and pretty easily, but not anymore. With that 6th place sixth place ending, they've really put themselves back in contention. So I'm guessing INV saw all or heard all of that, and they're looking over, but I don't think they're gonna get some shots on. If she looked left, she might see the heads of them because they're on the ground floor, though it'll be difficult. So they got to get onto the next circle. That circle really took a change. I didn't think it was going to end north, but apparently it may. There is a possibility where it ends north of Roshawk. And I honestly did not think that was going to happen. So let's see. Team 9's making their way into the circle. Team 11, who's been trying to get into the middle of every circle, will probably try to do the same thing here and try to get as middle as possible. No, they have reversed direction. They're going for this complex. Not a bad complex. As I said, I like housing complexes that have a lot of different types, and this one certainly falls into that category. You got a 3-story, you got some single stories here. Not all of them look the same. You got 2 stories, and none of the 2 stories look the same, as you can see here. One on the left, one on the right. Technically a 3, I guess, if you count the roof. So all these places are a little bit different, and you can really utilize strategy here if you're used to playing here, I guess. So Team 19 needs to make it in. I think they're probably just going to call this home. So this is an interesting strat, right? They might blow this car up. You can't jump it. You're not going to be able to. What you want to do in that situation is drive it. A little pro tip: drive it sideways. Can't drive it straight on. Hop in on the right side, jump out, and you'll jump out on the stairs. I know you might not have gotten all that. Like right now, no, what you gotta do is jump in on the other end, and then you can come out that way. Right, perfect. No. So if you jumped in on the right side of the car, like just on the back right of it, you'd be able to jump out on the right side of the car. If he continues to try to jump in on this side, he won't be able to. Is he on top of it? Oh, I thought he got it. So again, as just to explain, they want to explode this car, so no one can crash them and jump and get onto the second floor, because it would nearly be impossible to get onto the second floor through those stairs then. And there's really no other way to do it other than those stairs to get to the second floor. So that's a little PUBG 101, but we're going to continue moving on. We got Team 16. There's only 18 players alive with 5 teams total. So this is SPRK, Spark. with Mal. We haven't seen this team throughout this entire match. Actually, it looks like what they've been doing is kind of holding onto the edge of the circle as they go, and because they haven't had a kill yet, I'm not surprised. But you know, that's just good strategy. If there were a lot more teams, this is the way you do it. I think is kind of just move on. And at the sides of the circle, you don't want to have people coming in from behind, because then you're putting yourselves onto a 360 degrees where people can come around. This way, if you're at the edge, it's very unlikely for somebody to come in through that blue zone to get you. So it doesn't look like Team 16 has the circle. Team 11 does. Beautifully, by the way. Team 19, I don't know if they aren't in the circle being at this house. Looks like they just got into the car and they're gonna move on. There you go, there you have it. Looks like Goofy is trying to peek around. Take a look at Team 11 here. They've been holding this spot for not too long. We just saw them get here, as I was mentioning the uniqueness of this place. And Team 19 doesn't seem to be wanting to get closer to Team 11. But Team 16 does. Team 16 might be making a push to them. No, they don't, but they are very, very close. Look at this. Team 16 has made their way over to the housing complex right next to the school. The warehouse and the houses here on this side of the road, it has some good loot, so they'll be fine here for now. What is up with, do you see that car in the distance? Look at that. It is okay. Okay. We saw the buggy do that in Miramar one time, and I was like just fascinated. It's like Armageddon. It's like there must be a glitch in this system. So we got a we got a Team 16 hanging around. Again, these circles are so big for the amount of teams here that the ending is going to have a lot of action. You got Team 16 right next to Team 11, but I don't think either of them really know that they're there. No one's taken shots yet through the windows. And even if they do, they might get a knock, but it won't be enough. And no one, I would imagine, is willing to cross over this field here. This field is really wide, and there's not a lot of cover, as you can tell. So even if they do see each other, it might be best not even to shoot, because you don't want enemies on other things to come in, especially third parties. So we're going to zoom into this map completely so we have a better visual. And where does it end? Beautifully for Team 11 and 16, who already had some nice complexes to begin with. And that really leaves out Team 19 and 9. That is INV and I think Vital on the bottom. This Vital's team? No, VM's team. So that really hurts their chances. They're probably thinking, let's take one of those complexes down there. But unfortunately, both of them have been taken already. Now they could battle it out, trying to take one of them out, maybe surprise them. I think that's what Team 19 is doing. They're going to move right south of Team 11 because that has a nice hill for cover, and they can look down to make sure no one's there before they move on. And I have a very good feeling that they probably see them already. Yep, they see them. They saw Binary right there in the window. Unfortunately, they're still not in the circle, so they really have to make their way in. But if they can see them, they can be seen too, and that's just what happened. So Goofy might have a nice shot here, sniping. Get a headshot. Oh man, I think he was so close to a headshot. He did get a body shot. And the AWM is nothing to joke around about. The best sniper in the game. One knocked here. But they'll be fine, mostly because I doubt Team 11 will ever leave that complex if they don't have to. It's just too good to give up. You don't want to push and then leave it. Oh man. So it looks like Binary just lost a member, and Error just lost a member and got thirsted from such deep range. Now look at this. INV, Izzy, Snowy, and Lizzie all have nice angles here on this team. They've been making noise, so they know they're here, and that's going to help their chances of winning if they can surprise Error. Now they are shooting up top, and they do get Reptar in the window, who wasn't paying attention to this side. So now I think that kind of surprised the rest of Error, and are now trying to face two battlefronts. Oh, another third party after third party. Look at this. Noob and the rest of his team are shooting down on INV. And it looks like Izzy's trying to hold his spot, but it's going to be dangerous. Looks like an AWM shot right there against that deep 3, I would call it, to Team 16. Very nice shot. We're going to see how the rest are going by just kind of circling around. You have Reptar still downed here, and it's going to be hard to get him up. You have Squizzy, who's getting thirsted and finished, so there's only 2 left on VM here. You also have the rest of Error with Binary, and it looks like Exquisite was able to throw some smoke and get to Reptar in time. So that will definitely help out their chances. Meanwhile, you still have Team 9 at the end there. They're hanging back. They have the next circle. I don't think they're trying to push Team 11 out quite yet. And then you have Spark, Maslet, and then Fire Sav with Noob, a team of 4 complete into the warehouse. And that is not good for them because they are not in the next zone. If there's enough action, though, between the 3 of them, Team 16 can make their way into the next circle without much issue. But it seems unlikely. VM Goofy was knocked, and Elmo's already down on the second tier of the hill. So he's going to have to go back up, or Goofy's going to have to come back down. It looks like Goofy is coming down, and that might give Elmo the ability to revive him. Oh, look at this. Instead of running it in, they took the car in. Oh, man, Spark really got thrown from that car. Do you see where he ended up? Jesus, what the hell happened there? Anyway, it looks like INV is right there. They got some easy shots here on Fire Sav here, too. 2 knocks right, just like that. And there he's going for thirsts as well. Someone threw a grenade. Reptar's having a hard time getting the angle through that window against this team. As I was saying, this is what happens when there's not a lot of action in the middle. It's going to happen somewhere, and it's happening right now. This circle is getting way too small for this complex. People are going to have to move around soon in order to get to their place. And look at that. Team 16 is actually in the best spot, and they got their revived player. So what Team 16 can do is kind of play a little bit of bodyguard against Error, who's on the 3rd floor here, or the three-story apartment. Binary is in the 2-story right here too. I'm sure Newbie hears him. VM Goofy with Elmo have the worst spot actually at the moment. Let's see how this is working out. Do they have this little spot? You're gonna have to figure out what to do next. Yep, NF Exquisite. They're trying to get the angle, but Snowy was able to get it first. And it looks like he's going to have to get revived, and will do. Meanwhile, it looks like INV completely surrounded, or completely flanking VM Goofy and getting him knocked. They backed up farther back here. Good spot, actually, because the next circle is just going to be on their left. And the houses are going to be completely out of the circle. So it looks like they do finish off Goofy. They got Noob. But Noob has 2 players still there. I wonder if he's going to get the revival or not. Binary's on the back end. It looks like he's finishing off Newbie, because Newbie lost a lot of health right there. And that's it. Nice snipe. Finish him off. Trying to get Exquisite, but not getting it quite enough. And it looks like Snowy got a few hits from Sparks. Oh my lord. So they trade knocks, but it's definitely against Reptar's favor. Binary's right there. Finishes them off, never mind. Error is in a better spot now if they can get the revival. But INV is not gonna let that happen. They trade knocks. They have the smoke for cover. They might go for the revive. At least one of their players may. It looks like Lizzie will be the one to do that. And at the same time, NF is right there. Although Elmo's right there. Look at that. Elmo is all prone. I don't even know if you can see because it is first person perspective. And he's just going for survival. He's going for second place. And maybe first place even. But definitely trying to survive rather than go for the kills at this point because he's by himself. Meanwhile, it's 3v3. 3v3 against these two teams, and then the one over with Elmo. They're nice job using these smokes for cover and using that little edge here. Binary is really hurt and does get 75% health now. Elmo shooting from the ground, and he really look at that three-way shot against Elmo there to finish him off. And so now you got INV and Snowy left. Lizzie's down. Not looking good for Snowy. 3 against 1. 2 against 1. No, Snowy cannot finish. And that will be taken by NF with Error. Error comes out with 7 kills that round. That is a good amount. And especially getting first place obviously helps. But look at INV, sorry, that's Invincible. 7 kills alone by Izzy, and Lizzie gets 3 as well. That gives them 12 total. Great job from INV getting second place too. VM with 1 kill. Yes, third place will help, but kills are very important in this game, and you can't do it without them. So 1 kill is, yes, okay, but not good when your kill count is not that high. Fire Sav, Spark, Maclet, and Newbie. They got 2 kills. Vital with Purge and Corvus coming in with 3. We are Renegades coming in with 5. Queens coming in 7th with only 1 kill. Queens, come on. You got 2nd place earlier, 7th place here. I need you to get 1st place. Make my prediction happen. Make it happen. Come on now. You got Error, the other Error team with Irish and Killer with Kalix with 3 kills. Vital with 1. Oliver with Bruh with 0. Running a 2-man squad this time. And you have EXP coming in with 2 kills. So we're going to move on to the next room. The room is open. So jump in as soon as you see it. Clusios, Kateville, Rose Mekas, and DW Martin 91. Thank you guys for following us. We're not just, but we're getting into the 3rd match, and I hope you guys will stick around for it. And it'll be interesting to see. What are you guys saying? Kateville, this is literally the longest fight ever. It's tough, man. I mean, when you have that many people in one spot, that circle is getting smaller. What are you gonna do? You got to survive, especially what Elmo did. You gotta do what you gotta do. Part of it is rank, part of it is kills. So, you gotta survive and you gotta get the kills. It's as simple as that. If you can do both, that's obviously what you want to do. I'm just gonna pick up some loot here. But I'm also gonna, because I think so. I can't think. Vital has already opened up the room, so make sure you guys find that room number and jump in. I'm just gonna ask Chronic to send me an invite, so I don't have to put it in myself. I'm a lazy person. What can I say? Please send me the invite. I hope you guys are all having a nice night. Thank you guys for sticking around. We're going to be getting into the 3rd and final round. What we had was who won the first round? It wasn't Queens. Queens got 2nd place in the first round. War won the first round. Now what happened to War? They came in 6th place in the 2nd round. That is not going to be helping their case. Yes, having 1st place and having the most kills in the first round definitely pushed them up the leaderboard, but this last match did not do that for them. They're going to have to come out swinging again just to make sure they get a top 3 spot, and then they really need to go all out to get the number 1 spot. The winners of this one right now. Can I join the room? Hey Ghosty, yeah, I mean you're in the games, so I assume you can join the room. It's only people who have registered, guys. So unless Chronic and Team Vital say you can enter, generally this is a registration only type event. But go for it. Go check it out. See if Vital will let you in. I'm sure they'd be open to hearing what you guys say. If they want to give it to you, they'll let you in. All right, I'm gonna have to put it in myself, I think. So I'm gonna take a look, find the code. So I don't want to miss getting in time. So if anyone is in playing, you can send me an invite. I appreciate it. There it is. Chronic, thank you. All right. This is the room for the third and final match of the Vital Pro Scrims this evening. We got 12 in. Make sure you guys get your teams in as soon as you can, because then we can start as soon as possible. And that's what we want to do, right? That's what we all want to do. We want to see the action as much as possible. I hope everyone's having a good time. Let's see. I've seen this before by them. Y'all did good, Rip. How are you in video? Me. Yeah, War really did well in the first one. I really like their strategy. In the second one, this second one was really quite an interesting match. A lot that complex turned out to be a great position for a lot of teams. But if you're sticking around too long and you're shooting teams around you, it's very easy to get third-partied. So you got to be careful about that. You always have to have people looking around and not just concentrating on the team in front of you, because when you make that much noise, other teams are going to come around and get you. So that's what happened to, what team was that? I think it was like Team 11. Who's Team 11 right now? They're not in the room yet. But I think it was Team 11 that got there. They were like the first one there. They were shooting against, I think it was EXP. Don't quote me on that, but they were shooting up somebody on the top of the hill, and then they got third-partied on the bottom behind them, north of them, and that's what really did them in, because they kept getting knocked. Then they had to go for the heal. Then they got knocked again, and that kind of cascaded down to the point where they couldn't recover. But I think I don't know. You guys, let me know in the chat what you guys thought of that battle. It was literally nice. Queen's pretty Benji. What's up? I hope you guys are doing or having a good time here in the competition. Queens, I'm telling you, I have you guys winning it all. And that 6th place finish, I don't appreciate. Don't make my prediction wrong, please. We got 28 teams in there. Queens is already ready. Otter Craze. You guys know I'm a big fan of Otter Craze, just from what happened at the Naked Pro Scrims. Can't say that enough. If you guys don't know what it is, just go to Twitter. You'll find the video. And now I'm not gonna say what it was about. I say you guys go take a look. I'm not gonna mention any details. If you haven't seen it, go see it. So Error obviously doing some big things there with Reptar. Reptar, I think, got traded a knock with another player, but had a teammate, and I forgot who it was, come in to take him out so that he was able to get revived. That's such a big thing in PUBG, by the way, especially in squads. You need to go in pairs or more than one if you're going to push, because trading a knock is great if you have a team member who's still up, right? If you're facing one person and you get knocked, You know, you're always hoping that someone else would come in to finish him off, right? That's kind of the mentality. It's like, oh, he's hit one shot left. And if no one's there, you're done. But you need a team member always pushing along with you, unless you're taking the risk of flanking around with one. And that's a different strategy altogether. But generally, a push, you need to have more than one player. I'm going to play some music. Alright, let's take a look at Twitch, because I haven't been taking a look at you guys much. So you guys haven't been writing anything. What's up with that, guys? Hope you guys are having a good time watching. I know I'm having a great time just streaming it. This is such a dream come true. So I appreciate Vital for letting me do this with their scrimmages. I don't want to let them down. And they're doing a great job hosting. They always get some of these great teams in there. And if any of you guys are watching and you want to be a part of it, you can. It's not just for professional teams. There are for amateurs as well. This is all for either fun practice, to show off, to make a name for yourself. There's a lot of different usages for this scrimmage. If you have a team that you want to participate and you want to participate in here, go right ahead. You can join in. If you have any questions on how to, just write it in the chat. I'll be more than happy to direct you. So these are the teams that are participating tonight. Obviously, you see War there on the... Where's War? There, bottom right. WAR, that stands for We Are Renegades. I'm not sure if they still have the top 1 spot, because they did come in 6th in the last match. But as I've said, they came in 1st and they got the most kills in the first match, so I think they're still looking golden. $33 in the room. I think we're going to start probably around 40, and that probably at 9. I'm going to say like 9. I'm going to make a prediction. It's going to start at exactly 9:38. What do you think? Over, under? I think it's going to be 9:38. There's VM. It's going to take a look at one of their players. That's a scary look, I'm not going to lie. Part of Puck Pro here, and leader of VM. We got, let's see the statistics. 2.83, that's pretty good. We got a 18 win ratio with an 81% top 10 ratio. So that's not too bad. That's actually pretty good stuff to see with, whoa, 426 rounds played. You kidding me? That is probably the most impressive part of it all. And 1,000 kills, just hitting that marker of 1,000. So definitely a lot of practice, I'm not gonna lie about that. Let's see what Lick Mung has. Oh man, it's got some stubble. It's got the glasses. Is that a pizza hat? Is he delivering? Delivering some nice messages around the map. Again, leader of We Are Renegades. And there you got War on the clan. 4.62 kill death ratio. Winning 30% of the matches at 83% top 10 percentage. So that is even better. Look at that. So he has 937 kills. The other one just had 1,000 with over 400 rounds of gameplay. This is 268 rounds and just under 1,000 with 937. So pretty damn impressive. Most kills with 18 and the highest damage is 2,792. How do you even get that? You literally need to be shooting people throughout the entire match. Maybe you got it through the 18 kills, but Jesus Christ, 2,792 damage. Average damage is 597 with an accuracy of 16.8. Not too shabby. Pretty Benji, thank you for joining back in. I just see like a body with a head running around. Your last match has 37. Let's see what the map's going to look like when that comes in 35 seconds. Right now we're looking through the eyes of Kovu. I'm going to turn off the music. Alright, let me know who you guys have winning it. Benji, I don't think I'm much surprised on what you're picking. I think we're picking the same people. We need queens. Well, I need queens to get a win here. I think that's the only way they're going to get the top spot. They need a win and they need some kills. So if they can do that, I think they can. They would have it, right? If they have the most kills in #1 spot, I think they'd have it. But they're going to have to do that because they did get 2nd place in 1 round and they got, I think it was 7th? No, they died early. Queens died early last match because they dropped crates, I think. And they lost to War. And then War died at 6th place. So I think Queens really got knocked out. It's going to be tough for them to win it. What just happened? Alright, technical difficulty. I apologize. I'm going to get this back up and running. That's odd. I should want to exit. Not really. So I don't know what happened there. I know it's coming back in. We'll be getting to this back in soon. It'll jump me right back into the game, so you won't be missing much, I don't think. Everyone's probably going to be looting in the beginning. That tends to happen. It was a more middle diagonal plane ride. So you probably see a lot of people dispersed, not landing in the same place. I think we'll be just fine getting back into this room in time for the action. But I do apologize getting this technical difficulty back in place. And we'll get started soon. Loads in as we speak. Let me see the plane ride. I'm looking at the replay at this point. And so thank you for all joining in. We have War Zero. Steph is also in. Don't leave yet. We're getting it back up. It's going to be the last round, the most intense round, because teams are trying to make up for maybe things they've done or trying to solidify their spot. Getting the top 3. Enter the match again. Yes, please. As I said, it'll just jump me right back in. Boom. Here we go. As we're looking at it from angle from Kovu, I'm right at the perfect spot. Looks like they've jumped Pachinki and their Team 10's right there. And Vital hasn't lost a member. It doesn't look like Team 10 has either. They have all 4 of theirs still rocking. Let's take a look from this angle. So there's Vital on that end. And then you also have Reptar with Error. Looks like they see each other and Killer was the one taken out. Vital probably was the one to do it right there in that doorway. What do you have in your hand that you did that? Oh, VSS, yes. Nice job getting binary as well. This is really putting Error in a tough spot. Killer is picked up, so that is a good sign. And Vital didn't push any farther because Vital was a bit too far from the rest of her members. And it looks like binary is going to get picked up as well, unless Vital makes a great push here. And it looks like Chronic is trying to do just that. Looks through the door, does get Exquisite and thirsts the other. So Reptar's coming out. Oh, it's not really looking good here. And that's a finish right there. Instant kill on Error, and they are the first ones out. Nice job from Vital. Error is a really good team, and I know Vital has really put in the effort there. They got a few knocks. They made a great push. Timing was great on Vital's end, and yeah, can't say much more about that. They really showed what they can do. So now we have war. And so they are put in a little pickle because they have Severny with another team. And you're not going to be completely looted if you share this town with another team. They got Newbie, Maclet, and then Fire Sav just hanging on the edge. Looks like Decipher is just looting back there as well. It looks like Newbie went back there with him. Now you have Team 17 actually with Lick Mung also on this end, so that's a little bit of a deception spot. Maybe flank around if you can, but you also got to be careful not to get knocked. So it looks like he's actually not going to go for the flank. He's going to go back to his teammates, so they can go in all in one big force. We don't want to miss stuff, so we're going to head over here too. Crates. Looks like Team 19 and 18 are in the mix here. And if he peeks this door, he's going to see them right there. Look at Goofy's health. There's not a red line. There's no red line there. Literally gets to stay alive from I don't know. I don't know how he did it. He did it though. So that DP saved him because definitely wasn't the first one to shoot in that situation either. Looks like Sim does get a quick knock back at him. And it looks like Goofy is down as well. So that was 2 knocks right away. Oliver is down too. So with the crates, it's a little bit tougher to find where everything is going on. Looks like he's going to come out right there, no? So knocked in there. He must hear footsteps. He's going to go for the revive here. Does go for it. Looks like his teammate is coming around saying, help me too, don't leave me. And that gives Oliver time to heal up. Ooh, Simply, I like your thought process here, going for the top. And maybe be able to shoot down on them if they kind of get into the right position. Team 11, though, is not letting that happen. Third partied already. I wouldn't expect that either, and that just happened. So now Simply's the one in trouble with Error, the second team there, going for a knock. Simply's now behind that, and it looks like Oliver needs to do that as well, but he's making himself exposed on this end if they see them. Bizarre getting a few hits on Oliver now. Oh man. They just keep trading knocks, not trading, but like going back and forth. One's getting knocked and the other's getting knocked on their own team. They just keep healing each other this way. Those shots are so close to Oliver and Simply. Irish is right there. Quick shot there, and that will do it. He suppressed his shotgun. That's completely necessary. Anyway, yep, Irish will get that one and get both of those kills. Meanwhile, Team 19, who was the original battle team in this crate area, is backed up because they weren't looking good. They had one player reviving 2 members of his team, and at this point, it looks like he's they're going for safety over kills here. So all the other teams are not close. I wonder if they're going to be spotted, because Bazaar's right there. I think Bazaar sees him, because look how slow he's moving. He's looking around this direction. Shooting back at Bazaar, but not going to get a hit there. And VM is going for safety. Those shots are way too far away. They're not going to get a knock this far. And they'll be fine there. Team 17. If we can get a view on that. I'm trying to. I don't know if I'm getting it. Team 17, here they come. They're crossing over. The other team's right at the crates. This might be an issue for them. If they get, especially if they get stopped at some place. They're going straight in. Yep. Alright, so both teams know that that each other are there. The Bazaar is trying to get an angle around the warehouse, but they are literally right behind it. So that made Bazaar come a little bit closer. Look at him trying to get the grenades perfectly placed. Not a bad idea, actually. Kind of keep them on their toes. Meanwhile, Irish almost gets knocked and will revive himself, or heal him himself. So War really needs to get some points in order to solidify the #1 spot. And that's not going to help. Zero gets knocked and is getting hit and thirsted, so it doesn't look like Lick Mung was able to help out in that situation. Long distance shotgun. That is not a weapon you need right now. The DP though, that would have been better to use right there. Completely surrounded. And just like that, War is taken out on 8th place. I don't think they might medal. It's possible. But it's going to be tough for them now. There's so much going for them in the first round. And I don't know how they're going to wind up in the scores. So now you got VM at 19. It looks like Goofy's now just able to heal up himself in Gatka. And they were the ones at the crates earlier on and they backed off. And that is probably for the best. Even though they didn't get a kill, they were looking worse for wear. Now they can regroup, heal up completely, and start anew. You got IMX here, Vital. Looks like he's floating around or something. I don't know what's going on there. But as the map renders in, it looks like they have taken the spot just south of, what's that town? Milta. That's right, Milta. So this is one of my favorite places, as you know, the Water Town. Looks like the Cypher, Maclet, Firesav, and Newbie are looting this place up, trying to get the best they can. He's got an AKM. No scope for this guy yet, so I don't know if he has one on his other weapon, but he's going to need to get something. If he doesn't get something, he's going to be in trouble, especially in long distance battles. It's hard to see the loot though underwater, because usually you can just kind of like, you don't have to go to every position in order to find the loot, just like he's doing right now on a normal house. But this is not the case. Thank you for clipping, guys. I really appreciate it. Clip where the action is. I really need. It's best when that happens, because then people can take a look back and see what they did. That's kind of part of the practice, the experience of these scrimmages, is to look back and see how can we make our team better. The other reason this clip is just so you can see what you did and have fun. Obviously. We haven't seen Team 7 yet. TFG with Queens, they just came out of military base. Appears that they were all alone. They don't have a kill yet. Now, getting a first place is crucial, but you do need kills in order to place in the top 1. They may be able to place top 3 without too many kills, but that won't be the same as getting #1 spot, and that was my prediction. Let's take a look at this. Team 1, Team 19 has a car. They're down the road, and they're getting a little closer. So now you have Chronic here on the edge. He's really close to VM, but he's kind of by himself. Oh no, he's jumped off. He didn't mean to do that, I don't think. Or maybe he is. He's still jumping down. Luckily, he didn't hurt himself too much off that jump. We're looking at it from Goofy's angle on VM. They are really right around them. So you have Chronic Chronic down low. All the Vital is like really down low. One of them gets knocked. Just trying to get an angle on where everybody is. Nice knock on VM there. So he's going to go for a revival. Look at that backpack. Jeez, that is a camper's backpack. Jesus. Anyway, it's really cool, but like that's huge. So Vital's in quite an interesting spot. They're south. I don't know why it looks like I'm like right next to it. Let's see Squizz's view. Squiz is a hollow, so really can't do much with this kind of long distance battling. Gonna completely heal himself up using the boosters. Looks like he's shooting spots he shouldn't be shooting. Meanwhile, Vital has backed up, and they're ready for more of a long-term battle. They tried to rush it in, but it didn't work out, so it looks like they backed up. And they still have all 4 of their players, so the risk didn't hurt them too bad. They just had to use some of their meds in order to get back to full health. So it looks like it's ending here too, because it's hard to say which side of the map is going to be, whether it's going to be military base ending or the main island. But Team 11 is coming in hot. Team 11, yep, they're coming in real close. They're taking a car. One jumps out. All of them jump out. They completely surround this team right here and take out the 2 that were here. So now Error has to revive one of their players. Meanwhile, Kovu is right there. Nice grenade and the knocks there. Oh, but that's terrible timing. Kovu is also knocked, and he's not going to be able to get picked up very easily. This is going to be a tough spot, too. I don't know why I'm like, it seems like I'm shooting from somebody else's angle. So he's trying to shoot in the smoke, maybe get a few lucky hits, but not getting anything at the moment. Ulysses is coming up and saying, "Help me, please." And Chronic is going to probably go do that right now. Yep. He's going for the revival. So that might slow things down for both teams. Team 11 and Team 1 have people to pick up. Zoom in exactly on what's going on this end. Team 7 is also on the other end, so Queens is looking great. They can just take the winners of this. So Goofy. Ulysses jumps out. Missed this time to shoot though. And it looks like Chronic is actually moving in closer. As you see from Luis's angle. Trying to throw a molly up there, get the right angle, but to no avail. Chronic is picking up Kovu. And if they peek out to the left, they're not anymore. Chronic is hurting a lot. And that will do it for him. So that leaves 2 more for Vital. Although Vital have 6 kills already. So from a point perspective, that is looking good for them, but they need to make it farther in. They're going to only be in 7th place if they die here. Oh, he got knocked, so now that just leaves Ulysses here in the watchtower. And it looks like Team 19 know that he went in there. And they also know that Ulysses is in there. This is not looking good for Vital. Let's just spectate from Team 19. He's looking down the bridge. I don't know if Queen said he took any shots, but that's what he's looking. They're also looking at this watchtower where Ulysses is. They definitely knew he jumped in here. Ghostly's not making a push. There's Ghostly. He's hurting a lot. He's trying to get some jump shots in, but you gotta watch out from the back. That's what's gonna happen. And he's trying to get thirsted from the other team, because there's VM right on top. They're looking down. Perfect spot. So they do finish off Ulysses there in the house. Oh, I don't even know where that angle. That might have been from Queen's side. I think that was a Queen's shot from Team 7, because that, or maybe 16. So now you have one member on Team 11 here. There's Bizarre. He's a Car 98. If you can see it, yeah, you might be able to get a view on them, but having one player here is not going to do so well for them. Alright, let's take a look at Team 7 here. So they're bridge camping, technically speaking, in case the zone closes south side, because they definitely heard all the shots on the north end of the bridge, and they're hoping that if it comes down to the south, like the circle, if the next circle is down south, then they can take out the team that comes down the road. Team 2, the other Vital team with Purge, Corvus, and IMX. It looks like they're just keeping this place. They're not going to try to do anything more. They have 0 kills, and they're trying to hope for a good rank. 0 kills for INV, for Invincible. They're also away. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see these two teams, that Team 9 and what the other team that we were just looking at, the other Vital team, just kind of come in and surprise everybody, because right now they're playing the hide game. He's not getting shot by his own team, is he? That was another team, I think, taking shots on him. Nope, that was his own teammate, Izzy. They're just playing around, it seems. So it is good for Team 7, Team 19, and 11, with 16 have to get in. So there's 2 ways, obviously. Take a boat, you can swim, 3, I guess. Take a boat, you can swim, or take the bridge. And Team 7's kind of hoping and banking on the idea that people take the bridge, because they're camping it right now. Team 9 is going to go to the complex, because that's the direction they're heading. That'll be one of the few complexes left. There's 3 of them left in this new circle. Yep, Team 16 is going for the swim. Not a bad idea from this side, because there is no team on the west. So it looks like they're trying to just get to the edge on the west and hope no one pays attention. Not a bad idea, especially in hindsight. Now what's Team 11 going to do? So he jumps right into the water. He's on the really close to the bridge, so he might be spotted by Team 7 as he makes this move. Especially because I think one of their players is really on the left side. This one in particular is really, like, let's see, you can see he's mostly looking at the bridge road. But if you look toward the water end, you might be able to really get a good view on Bizarre. What just happened? That was odd. So here's Team 19 as well. They are swimming it as well. A lot of teams swimming it. Oh, there is a boat. I don't know if they're going to go for it. They might pass by it. Looks like Pandak was thinking about it. I don't know what VM's trying to do. They do get the edge of the circle though, so that'll be fine. And Team 11's still moving in. Team 16's looking great. It looks like Team 7 does not get what they want. Although, oh, they do get shots. They see them But at the same time, Team 9 is going to be able to see them as well. And this could be a third party on Team 7 if they stay there any longer. There's a shots on the right. They just heard one, so they're going to now be very careful of that. I think he saw him. I think he saw Lizzie. Lizzie peeks. Almost got a hit there. There's one right there. He's trying to hope that he continued down that road, but did not. So that 8x scope with the AWM doesn't get much better than that, but you got to be accurate. You got to hit your shots in order to be actually useful. It jumps down to the bottom, and there are a few teams here. Team 11's right here. Ooh, baby! Look at that, Meeseeks. That was beautiful. Just like that, he hit his shot with the AWM. That was amazing. That was awesome. Please clip that when you guys see that. Please, Jesus. Yeah, I thought he was in trouble from that because he had his sniper out still. He's 8x scope, so that was like too close range for it. And he just got a beautiful shot on that guy. I'll make sure to try to clip it when that comes around on mine too. Team 7 now, they jumped down from the bridge. I'm not sure if this is the best option for them. I think it might have been better to stay on top of the bridge and kind of use that as leverage to like kind of back up whenever they want on that bridge and use that as cover, I should say. But they did drop down. And they are getting some good hits on INV. So it is working for them. That being said, Team 19 is also on land and on their left. Let's take a look at what they're doing. Is it just one? It is just one. So he's looting up. He doesn't quite see. Oh, he does see them. Does get a knock on Meeseeks. He's trying to get a thirst. Does do so. So actually, he was the only one down on the bottom, while the rest of his teams are on the bridge. So they got a kind of a view on them, trying to take some shots on Squiz. And Squiz is getting hit hard on the third party from Team 9. 4 teams left, 14 people total. He's right there on your left. There he is. Does get a few hits. Lizzie is down. So nice taps from Studsy there. Gotta be very accurate and not let that recoil get out of control. So where's the rest? If there's 4 teams, you have 16 and 2 on the bottom, on the back, and they're not making any push quite yet. They got some hits on Lizzie, and Lizzie's down. So INV Snowy was down as well. That just leaves Team 9's one player here. He's trying to get first aids, but this circle is hurting a lot. Does he have the meds? He has another first aid that he's going to try to use when he gets into this new smoke. The smoke was a little bit late. You got to use it now, Revy. Will it be in time? Nope, it won't. So that's it for INV. Oh no, that was just one. But there's one other player here who's on the box. That's why I didn't notice it. So there he is. Nicely done. So I know Izzy has to watch out on his right, or her right, because they are open to seeing. But Izzy needs to pay attention also to Queens, because she knows they're up there. She knows it, and there's only so many points that she can cover, and there's points where she can't. So looks like Ottercraze got knocked and is going to get picked up by Courtney. 4 teams left, but only 10 players. A lot of teams have lost their members. Queens have lost 2 of them, and INV has lost 3. Vital has lost 1, and that just leaves Team 16 over here with all 4. So they're looking great, actually. So that means 4, 3, 2, and 1. another member down on Queens here. That zone's closing in. They're not going to have time to pick them up. You got to get going. Oh, but the zone and the shooting, that finishes off Queens. They come in 4th place. No. Why? So they also finish off, I think it was INV. So now there's 2 teams left. So let's see if Vital can pull it off on their own scrimmage against Fire Sav there in the Cypher. They do get 1 knocked. Great beginning for them. Let's move in toward them. They're using the smokes for cover. Purge is stuck in the edge. All by himself pretty much against this team, although the other ones are covering him with long distance firing. They do get another knock. Oh, he's got an easy opening here and does get them all. So beautifully done. Great job flanking around. And Vital will take this one with 7 kills. They also have Fire Sav with the rest of them. Oh, they only got 0 kills, so they really got into no trouble whatsoever and still making it to 2nd place. That's kind of impressive in itself. INV with 3 kills. Nice job getting in 3rd. TFG with Queens coming in with 4 kills. VM with 1. Other air team 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. 6th place with 9 kills. I like that. Vital, the other Vital team with 2, 4, 5, 6. You have War with 0. You have Oliver and SK Simply with 1 kill. And you also have the other air team with 0. So great job, guys. I hope you guys all had fun. I had fun watching and playing and streaming. Sorry, we're streaming. Again, to join these Vital scrimmages, you can do it through their Discord. Make sure to thank Chronic for all the things he's done. I think he opened up the rooms. He posted the room codes. He set it up, and all I did was stream it. So make sure you thank him and give him some love on the chat or in his own Discord. I think he'd appreciate that a lot. What else can I say? These scrims happen every week, right? So you can register. I think the registration is going to be opening up if it hasn't opened up already. So make sure you register with them for their Vital Pro Scrims. We have ours on Monday, the Naked Pro Scrims. And I have a list of scrimmages you can participate in my Discord as well. But that being said, Vital, great job putting this together. Great job getting the win at the end. And what else can I say? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for playing. I hope you all enjoyed it and have a wonderful night. I am H Crusader. Good night and see you guys next time.